Now, at least one driver has been killed when the Israeli army opened fire at aid trucks at the Kuwaiti roundabout in Gaza City. And that's the intersection on the main road linking North and South Gaza. Let's get more on this from Hani Mahmoud, who joins us now from Rafah in Southern Gaza. So, Hani, what happened during this convoy of trucks and how come one driver is dead?
Yes, well, this is not the first time we're seeing these deliberate attacks on aid trucks or aid seekers or humanitarian aid workers on the ground. And just to give a little bit of context, this Kuwaiti traffic circle is controlled by the Israeli military. There is a heavy presence of Israeli tanks, armored vehicles. There are ground forces at the vicinity of the area. And normally what we're seeing right now, trucks that are allowed into the northern part in Gaza City had to get a special coordination and permit from the Israeli military at the traffic circle itself. Now, what happened as soon as these group of trucks were approaching the Kuwaiti traffic circle, where heavy gunfire that was open on the trucks. One driver was reported killed right away. There are several other injuries who were at the site of the gunshot and the gunfire for at least a couple hours before paramedics and civil defense crew were allowed to get into the area. This area has been drawn by the Israeli military as a combat zone, and we've seen in the past many of the convoy trucks were shot at directly. Many of the aid seekers who were approaching the area to get aid supplies, food, water, other survival items were killed at that particular area, the Kuwaiti traffic circle. The injuries and the person that was pronounced dead were all transferred to Al-Ahli Baptist Hospital. That's at Gaza Square in the center part of Gaza City. A reminder, this is not the first time it happened repeatedly. Just last week, one aid worker coordinating the Belgium Agency for Development humanitarian aid in Gaza was killed in the house he was sheltering in, along with other people inside the house itself.
And just to let our viewers know that the buzzing sound that they can hear above you as you're talking to me, Hani, is not your microphone. It's the ongoing Israeli drones which monitor the area and decide when and help the Israeli military target those that they might want to hurt in the Gaza Strip. But let's just move on to other trucks that have been able to enter the Gaza Strip today from crossings that had been closed.
Yes, well, right after October 7th, the Israeli military announced total siege on the Gaza Strip. And by total siege, we mean to completely cut off from the rest of the world. No land crossing was open, and it remained virtually closed till this moment, until the past couple hours. And within the past few days, the Israeli military announced a plan of reopening the Erez crossing. That's the northern part of the Gaza Strip. It's one of other 5 land crossing, including Rafah crossing here in the southern part of the Gaza Strip. Now, working at allowing humanitarian aid and operating Erez crossing hasn't been an easy task, not only because of the ongoing restrictions and obstruction of aid flow to the Gaza Strip, but the ongoing blockade by settlers who are running these protests on daily basis and preventing aid trucks from entering the Gaza Strip. But what seems to be happening today, and that is consistent with the American demands of increasing the amount of aid into the Gaza Strip. Despite the protest at the other side of the crossing, a group of settlers who tried to prevent, and they attacked, in fact, the 2 Jordanian aid convoys coming to the Gaza Strip, but eventually they managed to get in and they reached to the destination. They were filled with flour, some food supplies, water supplies, and other survival items. Today we're talking about an increase in the number of these trucks, about 30, but that's in the face of the greater demand created by this war, the intense bombing campaign, the tragedies created on the ground, the virtually all difficulties that have been happening, and the famine, the enforced dehydration and starvation. Those 30 trucks are not nearly enough, not enough for a couple families in the northern part. We're talking about close to 600,000 people been struggling on daily basis with the ongoing famine that includes acute shortage of almost every necessities a person needs to survive.
Hani Mahmoud there for us in Rafah. Thank you.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.